It's the last match of the day to crown our second and final qualifier from Group C. K Corp versus Furia to settle the score to see who will join Falcons in the playoffs. This is gonna be good.
And a lot of tension here for KC. Like we mentioned, there was a lot of issues trying to contain Falcons in terms of when it came to the air game. So going into this one versus Furia, probably going to get a lot of the same stuff. So perhaps some extra care to be taken here going into this one if you're Karmine Corp.
That was the first time we've seen K Corp lose to Falcons, though, in the last two matchups that they had. Usually that would be a good matchup for K Corp, who 3-0'd Falcons at the Winter Major, 4-2 them at last year's Worlds. Kind of uncharacteristic for them that K Corp even lost games. Like, they 3-0'd FaZe Clan. You thought K Corp were a shoo-in for that first qualification spot, but this will be their last chance. And you can tell that they don't look too shook. They, GG go next. You think about the next series, and Furia are a tough team.
Furia are a tough team, and unfortunately, the last time they met, Furia got the better of them in the 21-22 World Championship. So it's been about a year since Furia has got a look at K Corp. A lot can happen in 365 days, and we'll see if Furia can repeat that performance of the World Championship 2 years ago at this point, I guess. Well, 1 year ago, but 2 seasons. That's more accurate.
Yeah, and we talked to the coach there, and 2 interviews now. We'll see if we can make it a three-peat. I'm sure is looking forward to talking to us again, hopefully. I'm sure looking forward to winning more than talking to us. But yeah, they've been Furia are on a roll today. 3-0 Pioneers, 3-1 FaZe. Only dropped 1 game to FaZe, and it was the threes match, which was close, 3-2 for FaZe in that game 3. So Furia are on a win streak. K Corp, they're the ones that are kind of down bad now.
Yeah, and they're cooking in the 1v1 and 2v2 side of things for Furia as well. Karmine Corp obviously struggled in both of those aspects versus Falcons. Not sure how it's going to look here versus K Corp per se, but one never knows. I like to favor I think it'll be a lot less of the air dribble, mind games that we were seeing out of Nupo and TRK and stuff like that, and you're probably going to get a lot more of what we saw Yan doing, where he gets that ball on the dribble, forces the defender to respect him, and then he adjusts as the play goes on. So back to that ground game, and K Corp probably favored in that, as I mentioned, versus Falcons, so who knows.
And K Corp, we found their super secrets preference around this format, where they chose ones against Falcons and ended up losing that. But man, that was such a good series, or a good game between TRK and Vatira. I wonder if Vatira is gonna want to go to ones against someone like Gian. I guess we'll find out who gets the choice in game 2. But no matter what, Falcons 2s, 1s, I feel like there's just another person to set up Yan at that point.
Yeah, it's lethal stuff across the board here, and there's a reason Furia was so powerful in the previous Gamers8. This format, they are a pretty strong team when it comes to this type of gameplay, but Karmine Corp, the majority is in 3v3, so if you can dominate that aspect of it, you'll be in good shape.
Now it was a quick offense for K Corp, but look how quicker this counterattack is for Furia. That's what you have to worry about with this team. They're so scary and lethal. Jeez. And look off the back wall, you couldn't clear that out, so Furia won't let you make that mistake again.
I think Yan was even surprised that he was going to be able to shoot that one. K Corp just barely missing the timing of that clear, and so he kind of just fell into the line of the ball, and a nice 50 from Itachi denied by Yan. And Karmine Corp woke up seemingly ready to go after allowing a goal that they should be quite disappointed to allow. And again, just missing that clear timing. A little bit of a rocky start defensively for KC.
See, at least maybe offenses win games, but just can't seem to power their way through the midfield. K Corp now have to await what Lost is cooked up. Won't connect on the pass or the shot. Vatira comes out early enough. Just these clears need to be followed through, and Itachi reads my mind. As Furia don't seem too worried. The ball was just kind of dumped in the corner, left for Furia unattended. So So Furia generate more chances for themselves to get more goals on the board. Art and Itachi at least collide, and K-Corp at least more alive on the defense as time goes on.
More alive and starting to see if they can counterattack, but this one gets ripped right back up the middle, and it will be dunked home. Card just goes right through the last man. Not even sure that anyone got a hand on it here. Itachi trying his best. He didn't have a whole lot of boost to work with, and you're right, couldn't even get there.
Tried his best. Tripped over the laces. 2-0 for Furia. The win streak momentum, the lower bracket run from the first match. Can they do it? Can they make it all the way? Card to the left side. Somehow Vatira dives time. And Furia, they want to keep the rally going. Someone has to reach up to this, and Yan is behind. Card is in the midfield. Can't really slow down K-Corp too much. But Vatira is just adding layers to this defense of Furia that make it so grueling for K-Corp to get anything done.
And Furia, again, taking a little bit out of that Falcons playbook. If they can go into the air, they are doing it. Dish back to Lost. Trap on the floor, and look at him capitalize. Oh, they thought the shot was coming instantly. Changes up the timing of the attack, and they catch the defense diving.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of a dive from Vatira on the left, and someone from K-Corp had to adjust and just drive this in right in the middle of the net. 3-0 from Furious. K-Corp are left scratching their heads, hoping they can stimulate these follicles to get themselves gold. Vatira's the one who at least gets them on the board.
Oh boy, he just full sent that one as hard as he could, just able to dodge the demo. That's kind of why you saw Furia look a little bit lost there in that corner as they were grabbing boost. Generally, most teams are able to find contact on that initial cheat up challenge, and Vatira just able to slip through untouched.
All the way down, K-Corp race after the ball. Exotic kind of just getting stuffed, and so much coverage on K-Corp. As soon as they even think about having an offense, Furia are just all over them. The K-Corp defensively are okay. There's Itachi, gets denied from Yan off the back wall. Loss, be tough for him to clear. The second touch works out as Card puts it to the corner just to see if he can draw out the defense first. Look for gaps, look for a better shot, a quality one, and Yan thinks he has it. Itachi can't get there. Furia 4-1.
They handed this one to him on a platter. Exotic misses the corner boost, and so he has to play this ball. He has plenty in the tank, but he never gets clean control. And Yan, he just goes up the wall and says, you can't misplay the ball, man. I'm right here ready to take it off you.
Well, everyone diving, challenging that kickoff. It's going all a little bit aggressive there for Furia, but that's what they're known for. All that energy they put on the field. With 2 minutes left, it's not insurmountable for K-Corp. But how do they just kind of patrol this? Itachi's always harassing Furia. That's maybe got to be someone who can generate these opportunities. Exotic can't get the pass. It's back to the corner. Yan bumped off the ball, so that clear won't be possible for Furia. Itachi, though, runs out of boost, and it falls right to Vatira. 2 cross from Furia, and that'll rob possession away from K-Corp.
Ooh, and again, miscommunication from K-Corp as well. They double commit in the midfield. They let Furia out of the cage. Nasty couple of pinches that Furia will have to respect and give a little bit of space for. Room to breathe for KC, but you're down 3 with 1:14 on the clock. Not looking good.
The redirect attempt there from K-Corp looked good. It's just too low. If only you could position that higher cross in front of the net. Scary. Lost had a good setup. K-Corp chase him around. Here's Itachi. Vatira try to support. Lost wins the challenge. But it's still Furia that found themselves on the defense, but all they gotta do is waste time. There's only 45 seconds for K-Corp to find 3 goals just to tie it up. And it doesn't seem possible. Exotic will start the drive and will need some support to get through the midfield. And they lose the ball so quickly against Furia, who have a chance to go for the 5th one. It is saved. Defensively, K-Corp looked cool, but yeah.
What? He just... I'm amazed that Vitira somehow was able to just muscle this one through the midfield, especially Lost getting right in his face here. He wins the challenge versus two people. Yeah, just stopped. He's like, dude.
This goes around him.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Let me hit the ball. Get out of my way. Let me challenge Vitira. I'll just take it off him next time. But 20 seconds left, up by 2, barring complete collapse. Furia should collect the win here.
K-Corp just needs
Oh,
to,
my.
Oh, well. Needed to do something. That's something being not let another one in. So now I believe you, Chiefs. 5-2. That's a lock for Furia in game 1.
Dagger to the heart for real. It's like Karmine Corp, honestly, they feel a little rattled after kind of getting steamrolled a little bit by Falcons. And then you go back up here against Furia and you get more mechanical approaches that are tough to contain, and they might be getting in their own head a little bit and everyone trying to do a little bit too much. So they'll score to round out game 1, but it never felt close.
K-Corp tried to keep up, and Furia, you gotta applaud the stamina that they have. The fact that they lost so early in day 1 that they got to do this lower bracket run from against Pioneers, FaZe, and now against K-Corp. Those are difficult teams to go up against. And at least they start the series off strong, and Furia don't falter. It's K-Corp that have to just do such a quick bounce back. As you said, just losing, have this, 10-minute-ish break. Now we go to the choice of K-Corp. Where they want to go next, 1s or 2s? I opt for 2s.
Chosen 2v2 indeed. A bold strategy, not a bad one though. Vitira probably uncertain if he'd be able to contain Yan in the 1v1. I think it would be a fairly close matchup, but I can't really fault them for going for 2v2 first. KC should feel pretty confident that they've got a solid enough 2v2 team that could fight just about everybody in this tournament on that arena, and they'll stake the fact that, look, if we lose this, we still got to play 3v3, and we'll go to 1v1 if we have to.
Well, Yan and Lost were starting the 2s, and ever since Card is doing 2s, they've been undefeated in both 2s they've played. We'll see if that streak continues, not only for the 2s, but Furia in general. The win streak through the lower bracket. What a run they could be making. K-Corp wanting to put a stop to that and get out of their own heads. We go to 2s, Exotic Vitira versus Yan and Card.
I think a lot of pressure here on Exotic to really perform and make sure he's getting a hand in delaying these Furia attacks. Oh my goodness, you can see why. Because Exotic doesn't get this first challenge, and now Vitira has to play 1-on-2, and try as he might. 1-on-2 is just difficult, man.
Furia, they don't let you have time to even settle into the game. They're scoring within like the first 10 seconds. Yan backflips after that cheeky kickoff from Exotic. But Vitira doesn't want to leave him alone. The pressure is on. Exotic, back pass, I guess, attempt there. Vitira will collect. He's Card up the wall. Passes it to Exotic. Chance to take a shot. Bounces it up. Wanted control. Saw the challenge from Yan. This goes all the way down, and Vitira saves it at the goal line.
Vitira saves it, but you can see the idea here from K-Corp. It's find a pass, hit the bump in front of it, and score the open. No, he has no boost. He can't score the open net.
Oof. You need that. What did we say? Boost over ball?
Boost over, but he was onto something. I take it all back.
Furia, though, getting shoved back. Yan with the shot too high, but fights for it. Well, you just pass it to the enemy. Here's Vitira, look for the second touch. Card kind of misplaces it, and it just rolls on in.
That's all you need from Exotic here in the midfield. Don't get demoed, don't do anything crazy, just contain the clear. And this time around, they catch Furia sleeping. I think they totally lost track of where he was in the middle there, actually. Otherwise, they might have tried a little bit harder to challenge that ball.
Back and forth we go with a kickoff for Yan.
Oops.
Double tap styling on them. Oops, indeed.
Karmine Corp went for a bold strategy. They said, let's fake kickoff. And Yan says, I am just scoring. Do not fake kickoff. that was an absolute refutation if I have ever seen one.
You gonna learn today. Place Cards there on the kickoff. Vitira with support, driving forward, bumped around by Card. Vatira recovers control there for K-Corp, and they want the equalizer, reset. Yan just gets a touch on the ball. Shake up possession for Vatira, quick to get it back. Card in the air, has a ton of boost to keep up with this, but can't. So at the last second, Yan makes the save. Again, no clears have come out of Furia. It's been K-Corp taking shot after shot. Now a chance for Yan to be loud. After the last 30 seconds haven't gone his way. Good shot, really threatening towards K-Corp.
Ooh, what do you do here? 19 boost for Vatira, just sticks it on a dribble. Really the best play he could make. Tries to contain that Furia clear, steals the boost. Karmine Corp having to do a lot with a little in multiple games in a row in their past couple series.
K-Corp, if they can keep that pressure on, surely something will happen eventually, right? Goes all the way down, and Card and Vatira are gonna fight for this. They bump each other off. Exotic has to cut the angle. Multiple touches to stop the cross. Vatira saves in, and we're tied.
Crazy bit of pinball right outside of the orange net here. Exotic gets everybody trying to save it, and all he does is bounce it off the wall a couple times and let Vatira come back through. Great control there from Exotic.
It's a way that the K-Corp can also harass Furia on the ball all the way down the field like that, racing to get it. Great move by Vatira. Now Yan, seeing if he can cut below Vatira, lands in time. Can't sneak it past them. It's gonna take a lot of hustle out of Furia. The pass is almost on target. As Furia fight for control one last time, but it's a long pass and it goes to Vatira. Pops it up for the Card challenge. Exotic down low, Card lands in time. Great save again from Furia.
But here goes Yan back the other way, holds the flip reset, and tries to do what the Falcons did to K-Corp. He tried to hold on to the option. Vatira trying to stay tight to the ball, and a great defensive stand from KC right there.
What a counterattack too from Furia.
Oh, get their Card.
3 shots and Card down, pinches. Exotic reads. Vatira quick to just clear this good flick above Furia there. Vatira in the 1v1, 50 that just slips in, and 3-2 for K-Corp.
Vatira does the idea of the flip reset, but this time he just holds the touch on the ball, forces Yan to do something. Vatira sits outside the line of the clear and forces it right back into frame. Great bit of challenge timing from Vatira.
Lead for K-Corp with hopes of tying the series. All left unattended, where last time that happened, K-Corp just harassed the ball, attacked it, and got a goal done, making Furia panic for it. Card seems okay, though, grabbing the corner to boost. Didn't get the second touch, though, prioritizing that, giving a chance for Vatira to shake things up. Exotic just lobbing shots towards Yan, who doesn't seem to be too worried, but K-Corp with control. Now Yan steals it away. You can't let K-Corp just throw shot after shot, especially with only a 1-goal lead. With how much time is left, this could seal the deal for K-Corp if they can make it happen. Exotic is left, just sending Furia back where they came from.
Real tester moment here. Oh, huge demo, but the shot's wide of the net. KC, oh, another one coming through. Card, how do you defend it? You can't. Vatira puts him on skates. Up 2 with 41.
What a dribble too, and you get the demo. Card off the wall, wanted to bounce out of it. Either hit the player, hit the ball. Too little too late. 4-2. K-Corp 1 second. Furia started off so well. Start to slip away from them. That's such a formidable twos duo. If Card doesn't win here, Lost is back on the roster. He's better put the work in. Either way, 26 seconds. Exotic and K-Corp just have to play defensively, not make any mistakes. You see just them staying on their side of the field, playing keep away. Just clearing it back on their half, and Vatira even goes for the play. Exotic hustle against Yan and Furia. Even if this last offense works, it's just not enough time, so will be K-Corp winning the twos game and tying up the series 1-1.
And that was a big game, I think, for the mental of KC, just because you kind of go out there against Falcons. You really don't feel like you're getting anything done in any of the game modes. You come out here against Furia, you lose your first 3v3, This is a big steadying of the ship there. They tie the series up and say, okay, let's go play another 3v3 now that we know what we're up against. And you give yourselves a chance to close it out in the 1v1, whoever wins here. And KC may have just righted the ship there.
Speaking of tie games, from my bracket update anyway, Team Secret and Team Liquid are tied up after Team Liquid win the 2s match against Team Secret. And it was Team Secret that won the 3s, so that's been an exciting series going on in Group D. They're a little bit behind, so we'll see how long we can extend this series.
Yeah, Liquid on LAN continuing some of those struggles. See if they are able to make it to that lower bracket final. Team Secret, no pushovers for sure. As we see Furia trying to rally from the 2v2 loss. A little disappointing to see them not be able to flex the mechanics in the way that they think is best. Great defense from Karmine Corp. Fist bumps all around. Go ahead, lock back in here for another 3v3. Make sure you get the job done this time if you're KC.
Yeah, that's all KC had to do, right? Is get out of their own heads, win the 2s, and especially with how scary Furia look in any of those formats, gonna be most winnable for K-Corp on the 3s. Of course, they're just an all-around solid team, and you see K-Corp's creativity on display. Everyone jumping up for the ball. Can't even tell if there was a touch there. Either way, it's Furia with the clear towards the net. Lost. Just bowled his way in.
Nasty challenge here in the midfield line from Yan. Look at the chain dashes to keep up with the play, and it skims off of Vatira's hood, and Lost somehow has kept pace with that transition and is in position to throw it home.
It's just such a trend with Furia to score early in a game, to start with a lead. Like I said before, it's not how you start, it's how you end. It's not how many times you fall, it's how you get up. And K-Corp saw the fist bumps. They always think it's winnable. You've done it before, and K-Corp tested here on the defense. Yan pops it up, maybe setting up someone like Card behind him. Too slow to recover, but hey, it's a shot in the direction. Furia, see if they can keep it going. Yan to Lost. K-Corp have to find the clear. This was pressure that was getting scary.
Nice bit of misdirection there from Furia, you're right, to give them a lot of dangerous pressure, Lemon. And maybe an open. No, he's missed!
How could you? On LAN, of all places? Oh, but this is gonna bounce in front of the net, and K-Corp were first to jump on it. Are just trying to center this out. Exotic with the long clear. Oh, but Vatira is already in position to almost get a double tap off the right. Itachi too with the demo. This 3-on-2 advantage that K-Corp have is kind of already been sent back. You would think that they could develop something more from that. It's good effort from K-Corp nonetheless. They're gonna try for attempt number 2. Itachi ready in the corner. Yan brings it up high, and this was a team, Furia, that you favor in the aerials, and it's working out for how they go above and beyond K-Corp.
Oh, Vatira trying to close the gap in short order. Lost trying to freeze defenders on the backboard. KC doing a great job, and a little bit of bully tactics out in front of the Furia net here from Karmine Corp to see if they can actually get the offense started and stuck in here on the orange side.
Like the mind games from Itachi, threatening the ground pinch, the pop. You didn't know what he was going to do, but Furia saved it either way. Now no boost for Yan. It's at the Lost and Card, and Tira's always been a person who kicks up a good offense for K-Corp, and a fast one at that, but Furia are a fast team too. They've been able to keep up the pace. We go into the second half, only 1-0,
Wow.
and never mind, it's 2-0.
Yan able to turn a difficult situation where he doesn't get the cleanest touch into a bump, and Vatira had a hand up. He recognized what was coming, and he still couldn't get there. Great bit of misdirection from Yan, with an awkward touch turned into a bump, and huge follow through from Furia. We do have a pause here. Unsure exactly what the issue was, but never sure what becomes of a goal that was just scored when you have a pause immediately after. So perhaps a little bit of review pending. Not certain though, depending on what this is for.
I was so sure in that last goal that Vatira had just like a touch on it. I thought for sure he did. So 2-0 for Furia, and we'll find out in a second what the pause is. And awkward moment too. I mean, Yan is first on the ball too. Should be a fine enough clear unless Tiri's got something cool cooked up. But
well, it'll restart from a kickoff regardless. So
okay, good.
That would be amazing.
We don't get
3, 2, 1,
pauses
go!
too often.
And you just hold all the momentum and go straight back into it. That'd be crazy.
It's such a heart attack in other games when you get pauses because it's just unpauses right as where you're at in the action. I don't think we've had too many pauses, so lucky us.
Yeah,
well, unlucky them, but lucky us.
Yeah, unlucky them, but lucky us. And again, not entirely sure what the issue is, but right now, Furia, they're making Karmine Corp work for it, and that's really all you can ask out of anybody over on the Furia side of things. And Vatira, Exotic, Itachi, and them, they are trying their best, as we will back it up a little bit. It appears that the goal will stay on the board, but we will add 10 seconds to the clock, so whatever the issue was, did not impact Furia's scoring.
Oh, Exotic just goes for the demo. Vatira goes for the pass 2 on Itachi. The shot gave enough time for Lost to figure out the play. I thought the shot was going to come in right off the demo. K-Corp, they're staying on their toes after that pause.
It was a beauty of an attempt, too, from K-Corp. Very disappointing to have that ball not tick in off the post, and now they go for the changeup. They shoot the ball slow and just to the left of 3 K-Corp defenders. Nobody expecting the shot right there, and no one can cover it up.
Yeah, Exotic cleared it right to the opponent, giving Furia an even better lead, 3-0. Looking for match point after this. Going into the second half with K-Corp, looking to make something happen. Exotic crashes and burns. He gets nothing out of it.
Oh, he's got a flip.
1, 2. How many touches can he get? Vatira just needs 1 to get a goal.
How many touches can he get? Enough to keep it playable for his team. 1, 2, 3 touches, it looks like. An Exotic, look at him screen the defenders. He doesn't allow them through to come and challenge that ball. Keeps a nice open lane for Vatira to get through. A real 3-man effort to get them on the board there for KC.
There's some signs of life. So you don't just get mentally boomed in game, let alone what the fans think. Good attempt from Exotic too. Furious save, and you're gonna continue saving unless they get this ball out. Yan, oh, don't let him dribble this. Exotic bumped him off. Itachi has his back. Here's the drive from K-Corp.
Nice.
Yan following behind. K-Corp to the corner, wide. Yan with the pop-up. Tees it up for Itachi. And continues to not let this go on target there for K-Corp.
And K-Corp had a beautiful passing play right there. And again, the finishing just a little substandard. It was just off the corner of the net. It was so pretty. You hate to see those not go into the net.
Oh, you just feels like you have to play flawlessly, perfectly if you're going up against a team like Furia, especially on land. Lost. Well, got some assistance there, but this looks like a luck at 4-1. They look untouchable.
Oh, Itachi just did not think that Lost could get back to that ball at all. Just driving straight for the challenge, and he paid dearly for it. A late 3-goal lead should be the death knell for game 3 here. So it looks like Furia will have the chance. Yan can close out K-Corp in a 1v1 to secure their spot in the playoff bracket.
Tachi needs to make some magic happen off the ceiling too, and so slow that card is time to at least intercept it as K-Corp put on the pressure. Shot there from Vatira, saved. Furia need to not choke at this point and at least waste time, and K-Corp are even bumping in the net. And Furia's clears have just been that good. K-Corp, they had moments where they could keep the rally, find the rebounds, have Furia scrambling, but never scrambling enough to allow anything more than 1 goal. It's just so uncharacteristic to see K-Corp, I mean, not make this any closer, especially offensively. And this will be landing on the ground, leaving Furia on match point after a 4-1 victory.
2 3v3 games in a row now for Furia in their favor versus Karmine Corp. Clearly there is something to Furia's formula that is a lot to handle. because Karmine Corp against just about any other team in the world, I would probably pick them as favorites with a few minor exceptions. And to see them come out here, win 2 straight 3v3 games, and you can see Vatira trying to lock in. He's like, oh boy, I gotta go take down Yan to stay in this tournament. And it's not gonna be easy.
Someone give him a fist bump. Give him
wake him up. Let's go.
Some jewelry or something. I heard bling helps you win games or something. We'll take a page out of Furia's book.
All of them opting to say we don't even need the ice to win this series. That's brutal.
So stressful. It all comes down to one player on both teams to let the series carry on or not.
This is kind of what Reddles was talking about in an interview he gave yesterday. He's like, there's nothing worse than having to sit there and watch a series be decided by a 1v1 that you are not playing in. It is not a lot of fun. And so we shall see Vatira and Yanks here. This is going to be quite the 1v1, and it starts off with a disaster for Vati.
Things that are certain, death taxes, and Furia scoring first in a game.
For real.
It's scary. And Yan's kickoffs, incredible as usual.
Incredible as usual. And apart from a potential kickoff goal jamboree extravaganza, this should be a very positional type of game. As Vatira, you could see Vatira saw Yan mess up his kickoff, and so he just directionalized it out to the side and said, yeah, you're not making it back in time.
Came in slow off the kickoff too, from what I noticed, speaking of Vatira. And I actually don't know this, so maybe you can educate me. Like, do your teammates get to talk in ones? Like, do you shut up? Do you hype up your friend? Like,
that's a good question. You know, I would imagine they try and not talk about a game they're not in, I would guess. Because I'd want, if I was in that scenario, I wouldn't want to be talking to my teammate, telling them what to do while they're trying to, you know, hit a flip reset or defend one.
Depends how they take feedback. Vatira clearly doesn't need any after 2 unanswered goals. He's feeling himself.
Nice little shove there on Yan to prevent him from picking up his own corner boost. Gives him all the advantage, and he will turn in a great shot off the sidewall because of it, giving himself the lead. Great recovery here from Vati after a nasty start.
Furia have been good at getting leads and maintaining them, but what about overcoming deficits? This could get even bigger. Good dive from Yan, saves it at the last second. Here's a counter attack. Yan off the back wall there. Vatira, good control to follow through with it too. Yan doesn't want to challenge yet. Now he's the side of his car and robs him. And that's just like that, a tie between the two.
Look at Yan keep his speed up as he just boosts back to the wall to avoid getting demoed by Vatira, who ran out of boost. That was a beautiful bit of challenge game from Yan. Well-deserved equalizer.
Especially the moment he chose to go for that challenge too. Picture perfect, just like this shot too. That lead that Vatira had gone within like 30 seconds.
And another juicy kickoff for Yan that he will eat up. Take the lead right back. We have 5 goals. It has been 59 seconds. 2 kickoff goals, and then a lot of danger. Oh, and another one potentially here. Vatira might be able to score this.
Get up there. Took him a second.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keeping up with them. Shutting the door on that one. Here's like, my boost, my ball. You can't get it. Too high. There he goes. And it's in the back. Oh, I thought it was. Oh, the cross got in the way. Round 2. Vatira letting that one go, seeing how Yan wants to clear this, who actually just decides to control the ball. Keep it on his left side. So if Yan challenges, or sorry, Vatira challenges, he's gonna win the 50, and Vatira just go for it. Smart move. No boost though for Vatira, just always having to stay on this ball, and Yan almost tucked it into that corner.
Ooh, Yan keeps missing the small pads, but he is keeping Vatira at bay here with strong shots towards the net. This one's going to be towards the back post. Actually, he's going to slow it down, maybe a bump, and he just gives him a little tap to force him out of the way. The lead extends to 2.
Such a physical player, too. Do whatever it takes to win. Shoving him into the locker, taking his lunch money. 2 goal lead for Yan after talked about how would he do in a deficit. Not something he usually has to worry about. From a deficit to a 2-goal differential. Here's Vatir with a chance to start closing the gap. Second touch gets it done.
And that is what time in free play does for you kids. You too can hit this shot if you just practice. Believe it or not, that was so doable by so many people if you just practice. Vatira made that shot look so easy that I think people could do that.
These players always make me think I could do anything. Car soccer seems so easy, but it's not.
Oh, it's wide.
And, a little wide. But Vatira seeing what he can produce here. Now deciding to run away. Here's Yan with a lot of speed. Flick above. Vatira pops it in time. Keeps this only at a 1-goal differential, but Yan. Oh, second touch. Vatira gets a hand on it.
Oh,
did
he miss again?
Is that wide too? Yeah. Still possible. You're not letting Yan run away with this one. Not again. But Vatira is just lacking boost. Able to grab the corner one. Now he's in the fight. Sends it all the way back. But Yan is such a fast player. You'll never get past him. Not easily anyway.
Yeah, he's got fortunate a few times that Vatira's missed a couple open nets, but you can see Yan's approach to the ground game very clearly. He gets that ball in a dribble, and he generates the initiative with a hard flick towards the opposite post, and then he immediately goes into stealing that corner boost to try and generate extra pressure and tie Vatira down to the net.
Oh, wanted the bump off of Vatira again. Somehow dodges it. Vatira responding with a shot this time. Accurate. That ties it up with 1:36 left.
Vatira's had to play some tough defense all game. Finally, on the third open net, he will find the equalizer and say we're not out of the woods just yet.
Oh, Vatira staying calm and composed when his whole team is depending on him. Okay, recovery from Vatira won't be for free. Yan hasn't really made a mistake so far. Vatira just heads back for boost. Both players replenish. Challenge though. Dodge. Vatira just dribbling this through. Has a reset. Goes for the bump and misses it.
Oh,
Yan lives on.
Can he get there with nothing? He has nothing. Is Yan gonna make it back? Yes, he will. It was so tough. Yeah, oh, and he's going to score on the open net back the other way. Vatira committed all of his resources to that air dribble bump, and Yan totally called him on it, dodges it, makes the save, and turns it into a goal back the other way. The absolute nerves of steel on defense from Yan there.
We said Yan will not let himself get bullied. Oh, but that's a kickoff for Vatira, so he forgives that right back. We're back to 5-5.
Back and forth, the tug of war shall continue. Great 50 from Vatira. You love to see an equalizer, especially when he's irritated that Yan has got 2 kickoff goals in this game. It's only fair that it should be tied up in that manner.
Oh, this is so close. Who's quicker to recover off the kickoff so far? Off for Vatira, Musti to the net, and now it's Yan at a deficit, 49 seconds. Vatira, can he hold on for his team? Yeah, Vatira thinking, look, he dodged the last air dribble bump, so let's just keep this one at the top of the net with a lot of power behind it. Beautiful shooting, and Yan's, sometimes you just gotta tip your cap. You know when you're beat. Nice shot, Vati. Like how you use nicknames because you're just tight like that. I'll work towards that depending how this goes. Vatira has Yan in the net, but he will not be trapped. And where is this bounce going? Vatira salvages this as Yan gets back on his 4 wheels. Vatira looking for the insurance goal. Not a lot of time left. Looking for the ball. This time he gets it. And Yan knew he was coming for it again. You could see he tried to delay his timing going up the wall there. And he's like, oh boy, he's gonna hit me, isn't he? Yep. Successful this time, beating him at his own game 2. K-Corp ready to force the game 5, unless Yan will be right back for him. Oh boy. Makes it just 2 chapters closer. You can never get out of a 1v1
just sweat free. You gotta play these last 20 seconds for your life now because Yan just refuses to go away.
Yan will not go down without a fight. Lead has been
and
changed.
again.
And Yan won't forgive all of that. Oh, Vatira almost had a chance to get in the way. 2-goal lead is gone.
Crazy 50 here. Yan knows he's got no boost, and Vatira obviously thinking Yan's gonna try and put that ball straight into the net. Yan is trying to get Vatira to own goal it because he has no boost, and it ends up just going into the back corner of the net.
Careful for Vatira. Yan guides this away. Final goal, last chance. Is it Furia qualifying for playoffs? K-Corp forcing game 5.
Oh no!
To Vatira. Now Yan brings us back, tries to hustle and fight for control. And Yan, lands this on the ground, no time. Have revenge, it goes to OT.
Yan was so glad to see that one hit the floor, but he actually kept a little bit of boost here, but Vatira is still the one to come away with possession, has to avoid a demo. Vatira trying to hold initiative, and Vatira got scared. Yan needs boost, and he wanted that first. And he crushes the 50! And Vatira makes the stop. Huge block from KC to stay alive. What do you do?
Oh, Yan with the dribble. Doesn't have enough power to bump him out. Now they're just synchronized swimming at this point. 32 seconds, this can end at any moment. See Vatira protecting this net with his life. And almost spins him. It's at the goal line. Are you serious? Yan will not let him live. He's just covering him so much, and he has boost. He keeps punching. Vatira hit the ladder of the ceiling. Thank God that's not on target. Vatira, how does he respond to this? Yan tries to get in the way. It's flicked above Yan.
Wow.
Somehow slows the ball down right at the goal line. 2 goal line saves back to back from both sides. Yan goes back. And Vatira forces the game 5.
A wild back and forth conclusion to the 1v1. Vatira hyped up after that win. Let's go, baby. The question was finally posed. Look, Yan, I've been playing defense all game and having to make some tough stops. Now you got to do the same, and Yan was not ready to do it. Frustrating loss there for him, especially after bringing it back, and he had an advantage. That's what he's thinking about right there. He's like, I knew he had no boost. All I had to do was control the ball a little extra, and I could have cooked him on any 50 I went for. And a frustrating L to hold for Yan there. He knows he should have probably won that.
Yeah, and feels like Falcons just barely lost once. I think, Yan only lost once to TRK. Either way, Furia, they look so good in 3s. And we're showing some replays of just how incredible that one's match was.
That save from Vatira. No boost, no problem. See, guys, ball over boost. You can play defense without anything. The nerves to not panic there after you see that. yeah, calm yourself down there, Vatira. Patting himself on the heart a little bit. A great win for Karmine Corp to tie this one up and go to game 5. Well,
I'll correct myself. I don't think Yan has lost ones yet until now.
So right
he's just been the king so far, but this we said before, Gamers8 has a cute format and all that, but it's still decided on 3s if you go the distance. We start here with K-Corp flipping the script when it was Furia always scoring first. K-Corp on fire.
And Vatira now absolutely dialed in. Gotta feel amped up after you win a huge 1v1 for your tournament life. And it seems to have reinvigorated his team instantly on the boards. Finally, it's not Furia scoring first.
This is crazy, right? Oh, Card almost got that pass. Yan, he has the ball. Oh, he wanted to just guide that in. Almost flew right into it. Throwing the double tap. Here's Lost with a chance off to the right. Yan goes for it, but just with the challenges from K-Corp, they live, but with how much pressure Furia are generating, shot after shot, save after save. Still left with K-Corp up 1-0. Lost and Card connecting, some possession for Furia, starting to give up that midfield control though. K-Corp haven't been able to flip this offense yet. The random shot from Yan. Oh, and it's a tie 1-1.
Yan turning on the space ID muscles here. Can see everything. Exotic has it contained out to the right side. Just get outside the ball, cut it back in. That was incredibly difficult to defend. Yan had so much to pick from, and he picked the right part.
So everyone was chasing Itachi there, and Furia, if you commit that many members to it, you're gonna get the ball back. Run onto the green half, but seeing what Itachi can spark up for his team. Just great interception from Yan to break up these passes, breaks up the whole team, gives Furia the lead.
They just win the challenge game outright here in the midfield. Vatira, you're a great defender, man, but that's a lot of mass behind the ball, and you're only one car and not facing the right way. Furia just muscle him out of the way.
Furia haven't lost a threes game in this series so far. As K-Corp that have leveled up, now they have hype and energy behind them. A team that thrive off of that. Especially when your ones player pops off like that, you can't let him down in threes. But K-Corp just wasn't really close in that game 1, game 3, but this is a different story. This is a revitalized K-Corp with their backs against the wall in game 5. It's Tachi, challenge after challenge, but there's so many members there. He has to break through. It won't work out. Furia with the clear. Hoping that this offense, they can get control from this corner. Card has to go above. Lost wasn't ready on the left. This may give control back to K-Corp. It's a good challenge though from Lost up in front of the net. Dangerous situation. Card couldn't capitalize on.
Ooh, and nice little demo there on Vatir as well. Should give, oh, just kidding. Itachi is controlling the midfield like an absolute beast. Thought Furia was going to have a free look at going back onto the attack there.
Itachi hustles so much to create these opportunities for K-Corp, but just how difficult it was for K-Corp in game 1 and 3 to get any goal. We always talk about how aggressive, how great Furia's offense is, but it doesn't lack on the defense either. Exotic and friends, they're good at moving down to the orange half, but just touches that are being read by Furia and passes that need to connect, but Yan always gets in the way of them. Now Furia save and everyone on K-Corp collapsing on this ball and not finding the lane to get through the net.
Yeah, traffic jam in front of the net for sure. Yeah. Just a lot of uncertainty about how that could pan out. Nice dish to Vatira, smashes it off the backboard. A little weak, but he finds the bump and still able to contact the ball. Lost, just able to stick with that one and keep the lead.
Hard. And gets help from his friend. Cool move. Now Fury have to work even harder too, and there's the flip and Lost right through all the defenders. Furia 3-1.
You see what got Falcon so far. They get that flip reset and they just hold it for so long, and they finally just all collapse, unsure of when the hit is coming. Lost picks apart the KC defense.
Kickoff for K-Corp, always not for free. Furia have been also just really patient. Yes, it's with the lead and you're not too panicky. It is game 5. I'd be stressed either way. Furia good at slowing down the play and making K-Corp think twice. The mind games continue. Exotic shot from above. Saved by Lost. And it's followed up there by Card, who turns this into a counterattack by Furia. Not before Vatira squashes those plans. But Furia like to make it look like they're retreating and turn the ball on its head. K-Corp have to be aware, have to be on their toes at all times against a team like Furia. You never know what to expect, just like this. Yan turns the play, but K-Corp are ready this time.
Time of factor, a demo on the back line, and Card a hero's touch off his wall, and a second save as well out to the safety of the corner. Karmine Corp gonna send everything they've got here in the last 45.
Last plays, and Yan sends it through, just wants a second touch, but Lost there first. Oh. Vatira at the goal line, Card saved again by Exotic. Karmine with a prayer and maybe a hope that this next offense can work out. You gotta take this away from Lost. Good challenge there by Vatira. It goes to Exotic. The shot is wide. Itachi's involved. The fight for possession.
Huge block.
This bounces out to Vatira. What a clear by Furia. It's not impossible for K-Corp though, but they're out of boost.
Huge awareness from Furia. Thought for sure K-Corp was going to be within one there. Card has slipped through the midfield line, making a second defender. Vatira is on his back foot. Time's ticking.
Oh, Vatira has to go all the way down. He's slowed down by Yan. All Furia have to do is shut the door once and for all for one of the best European teams we have, and they won't be making playoffs. Incredible showing by Furia, taking the game 5, qualifying at a Group C alongside Team Falcons, as K-Corp will have to watch from the stands.
3 1v1 wins for Furia. Crazy stuff. If you told me that Furia was going to be down 0-2 in this series because they lost the 1v1 and the 2v2, and they had to win 3 straight against Karmine Corp, I would not have believed you. But what a show they put on to go out there and get it done versus them. A huge win and such a disappointing loss for KC. Fought so hard all tournament long, and it seems like the only 2 teams that had an answer for him here in the upper bracket finals were Falcons and Furia. Brutal stuff for KC to be eliminated here before making the playoffs.
Still looked incredible at Worlds though. I think K-Corp have been that consistent team. Gamers8 has that different format, and that's just one that, well, Furia thrived in. A lot of teams, like we kind of heard from multiple content pieces, that a lot of people feel like any team can kind of rise up to the challenge, and love to get through the highlights of this after just we've had multiple, like now game 5s after the day had a few sweeps. It's what an exciting group that this ended up being too.
Yeah, this if you've been watching B stream all day, I hope you weren't too full, because this was a full 3-course meal and more. There was a lot to unpack here. Furia came out guns blazing, blew Karmine Corp out of the water in game 1, and KC really had to rally back in the middle of this series in the 2v2. Exotic and Vatira just able to get the job done and stave off the match point early, but the 3v3 game was where Furia was thriving. They did a lot of good work up in the air, somehow able to pick apart a KC defense that not a lot of people have a lot of success doing. So there is something to be looked at here in these 2 wins from Falcons and Furia if your team's thinking about how you're going to beat KC in the next season.
I still think Vatira, defensive MVP in my heart. Just, pulling
He was
off
trying,
the
man. He was working
trying.
so hard.
The goal line saves. We were just on our feet on that line. It would have been so hype. And this game 5 was so back and forth too, and Furia just held on to their lead once and for all. But just like the start of the day, we'll have another interview, a 3-peat with the Furia coach after going flawless on the day. Congratulations, my man, qualifying to playoffs. Tell me everything going through your head. You're looking stoked.
I'm just impressed by these guys. Before the game, I talked to them like, sai daí, cara. Vaza. Sorry, Card. Pode?
Hi, Card.
Hi, Card.
Great game, man. Well played.
Yeah. I talked to the boys like before the game. It's KC. They are the top 4 team that were like bare minimum. Getting 3 wins is gonna be hard. That's choosing one is gonna be like our main goal. And you guys saw what happened. We lost choosing once, won all 3 games by like a mile. I'm impressed. These guys gave it all. And I'm hoping to give it all tomorrow against BDS, I think.
Yeah, very well played. And I am kind of curious, did you watch that Falcons KC game and kind of take away that Falcons really had a lot of success getting flip resets and holding on to that? Is that something that you took away from that, or is that just how you guys like to play anyway?
I watched the game, but I didn't took like anything really from the 3 game. I took most from once with Yan for Vatira. But anyways, like it's like our game. We like to since last year with Kaya, like to play aggressive, very aerial, but like trying to control the ball the most. And I really think our players' skill, like Lost and Yan especially on the ball, took like KC away off guard. So yeah, these guys are amazing.
And that once game was probably the most entertaining one of the tournament. Vatira versus Yan. And I was actually talking to Achieves, and I'm curious if you guys could tell me the facts. Do you guys get to talk to the ones player, and do you want to talk to the ones player, or do you let him focus?
Well, I gotta be honest, at home, Yan likes to play muted, listening like songs really high, but like here, he's not like listening any music. And like I talked to Card before, like talk to him during the game, like talk like anything really, just like keep him calm. And he did that like all one's game against TRK and against Vatira and against First Killer as well. So I think that's helping in a lot.
Now, I am kind of curious, you know, you say you have to keep Yan calm. How did you do that when he comes off of that loss of Vatira? Because there was a moment there right at the end of the game where it's like, man, he could have put that away. He had all the boost, all the advantage. So how did you, as a coach, try and line him back in and say, look, it's all right. We still got 3v3. Let's go get the job done here.
Well, to be honest, the one's game was like pretty, like, how do you say? Both players could win because Vatira like missed like like 5 open nets and Yan the same, so could be like anyone's game. And right after he lost for like that to say a defensive mistake, we like myself, Card, and lost like, man, we won both 3 games like by a mile. We are in this. We can do this. No worries. Just keep playing confident. Just keep playing your best, playing what you know, and he did it, as you probably saw.
Yeah, he did. And especially the threes going in your favor too. So you win the first threes, you win the second threes. You go into game 5. Tell me, were you still feeling confident? Did you feel like K-Corp were starting to level up? Were you worried at all for game 5?
Well, I was like really confident because like I said to you before, 3 games was like a question mark, really. Like we couldn't like lose all 3 and won ones and twos, but as soon as like we won both 3 games, we're like we can do this. It's our game to lose. No, it's like their game to lose. Sorry, because they are like the favorites. They're like 4th in the world championship. We're not even there. So yeah, we're like pretty confident that we could win.
And before we let you go, I want to know your thoughts about BDS. You know they're coming up, first playoff match. How's it going?
To be honest, I think if we match K-Corp, we can match BDS in 3s. In ones, I know Monkey Moon almost lost to Venom. If Venom didn't like did a like I say a bad
miss a completely open net,
bad shot. Yeah, he could have probably won that. I think Yan is in a good spot because he lost to Vatira in overtime, won against TRK and Vertskiller, so his portfolio is not like bad. And for choose, I really don't know much about it because I didn't saw like too much from Mokimo and Seiko, I think is the duo, so I'll have to see a couple games at home. But well, they are the current second finish position in Worlds in Boston, so they know a little bit about 3s.
I'm excited for that. Congratulations once again on qualifying for playoffs, making the region proud, making you as the coach proud as well. And best of luck when you get there.
Thank you very much. I was kind of getting bored coming here like 3 times in a row, so let's go.
I know. We're basically best friends now. So.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Last interview for him. He's off the hook now.
He's done it.
God, his team needs to stop winning so he can stop doing all these interviews. Such an issue. But what a Group C we've had. I mean, my favorite matches achieves a FaZe Clan Limitless Game 5. This Game 5, of course. Even Falcons K-Corp went almost to Game 5. What a day this ended up being.
Yeah, crazy wrap up to Group C. A lot of great 1v1s were played. A lot of great 2v2 was played. All credit to Falcons and Furia, both well deserving in their place in the playoffs. And that wraps it up for us, Lemon.
Yes, that's the end of Group C. So congratulations to Team Falcons and Furia qualifying out of that, BDS and Gen G out of B, Vitality and Oxygen out of A. But there's one group that still has to be settled. Head over onto the A stream where version 1 and Rule 1, the Battle of Ones, are taking place in the upper bracket final to see who goes up against Team Liquid. Only 3 teams remain there. Still need to find out who's going to playoffs on that side. And you want to tune into playoffs tomorrow. B stream is done. So are we. But it was a pleasure casting for you all. Hope you had an amazing time. Go enjoy the A stream. We'll